What's up everybody and welcome to Hoarding Wombat Collectibles. Today, in celebration of me finally finishing writing the script for my first Tarkir Dragonstorm Lore video, we'll be opening up this pre-release kit from one of the clans we talk about in the video, the Mardu. I just finished reading all about the different lifestyles the Mardu have during this timeline, so I hope to share some interesting lore notes as we open this up. During pre-release, I actually chose the Abzan, as all of the Mardu boxes were already taken, but someone next to me showed me the Mardu colored spin down that's in here, so the nerd in me knew I had to buy it. I got this off of TCG Player for $69.89, which is much more than a normal pre-release pack because of how great the Mardu cards were in this set. But enough talking, let's crack it open and see some cards. Editor, do the thing. While I open this up, don't forget to like and subscribe below if you like these videos or any of the lore videos. Alright, so obviously there's a little actually kind of thing about the Mardu in here, but we'll go through that in my my Tarkir Dragonstorm Lore videos. You get all the different counters, some reach, +1/+1s, some poison counters, but let's open this piece up. Alright, do you like these boxes? The style is pretty cool, and here's everything. That really what I wanted. I don't know why. I just liked the spin down on this. I don't know. It's kind of cool, like stone colored. More almost reminds me of kind of a cookies and cream ice cream. But it has the little Mardu symbol on there. I like the red and the white contrast. This is the Abzan one. Oh, if it focuses in, there we go. This is the Abzan one. It does have all the colors of the Abzan, but it's not as like, I don't know, not as drastic. So it's not as cool. All right. Let's, I usually save the pre-release card for last, but I think we'll do it kind of, we'll do it right in the middle. So we'll do that here. We'll open some of these cards, then we'll open the pre-release card and the actual like specialized pack that's supposed to be, for specifically the Mardu. You get a little pre-release guide, just the piece over there. Here we go. All right. So we have Seize Opportunity. This looks like one of the Storm Singers. We have during the Lightning Proving, which is actually kind of a rite of passage for the Mardu. In this year's Lightning Proving, Paula reclaimed her confidence and her place in the Mardu, which is pretty cool. Seize Opportunity. Sandskirter Outrider. This is an Abzan card. Goblin Soldier, 2/1 Menace. Pretty nice. Undergrowth Leopard. Durgar Island Dragon. I got a lot of those. Ryling Dawnbreaker also have a lot of. I love Omen. I said that before in one of my videos. Reigning Victor. So this is actually in the their kind of arena that they have. Looks like the winner of the arena title. Wingspan Stride. Rennie's Rebuff. Corroding Dragonstorm. Looks like maybe Kiru Templar over there. Mammoth Bellow. Teamer card. Rite of Renewal. Just this artwork will be featured probably in my my lore video. Some pretty interesting ways the Sultai deal with death. And Dalkovan Encampment. Perfect. So yeah, the nomadic tribes of the Mardu are called Dalkovans. And this is kind of just showcasing their encampment. So that's pretty nice. I think I have the borderless card of this. Coordinated Maneuver. This is actually, looks like Zergo. We follow the dragon storms and we take down the threats that emerge from them. And then we have Dismal Backwater. Kind of a nicer looking area that's probably belongs to the Sultai. And then we have a spirit token and then a spirit token on the back. Double spirit tokens. All right, next pack. All right, we have a little rescue leopard. I wish this was kind of like a, wish this is one of those like Saint Bernards with the little barrel on their neck, to save all the people that get caught in the snow. Delta Bloodflies, good card. It's nice. Enoch Wayfarer. Riverwalk Technique. Coordinated Maneuver again. This is in the regular non-foil. Sibsig Appraiser. Unburied Earth Carver. This is the Abzan. We'll also talk about the Abzan in our first lore video. Should be nice. Purging Storm Brood. That one looks pretty crazy. Another Omen card. Maybe Abzan, I guess, kind of dragon. Dragon Sniper. I love this card. I think it's just a great 1/1. Vigilance, Wreath, Death Touch, just for 1 green, which is insane. Mystic Monastery. Kind of the Jeskai outpost. They're actually on like these little flying ships nowadays. Gurmag Rakshasa. It's pretty cool. It is a pity to hoard life essence in a form of so weak. Give it to me. That's pretty nice. The Rakshasa are now banned from the Sultai. Ooh, that is a cool looking card. Herd Heirloom. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. It's one common, colorless and a green. And then it's until end of turn, target creature you control with power 4 or greater gains trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. That is a really cool artifact. I like that. A lot of layers. And just the artwork too, I like a lot. Not a Mardu card though, so we don't care about it. How dare they? Feral Deathgorger. Nice Omen card. And Rugged Highlands. So nice, just regular gain life. Tap land, copy, and then a monk token at the back. All right, next card, and then next pack, and then we'll do some look at the pre-release card and stuff. Dragon's Prey. I don't think I've actually seen this one. To escape Taval's justice, one must have a better plan than run away. Codis the Fangkeeper. I'm actually gonna make a Sultai Codis deck. The Sultai actually weren't my favorite clan. In the other sets, but now I don't know, they have a really cool resurgence that kind of doing away with the old Sultai like values and stuff like that for something a little bit better. So I'm actually gonna make a little Codis Sultai like Stitcher deck. This we have Roamer's Routine. Harmonize is one of the big abilities that the teamer have now. Humbling Elder, got an older Jeskai Monk. Fortress Kindguard. That's one buffed out Anok that's on there. Dog Soldier. It's getting a hug from their passed on spirit. It's pretty cool. Twin Bolt, decent card. Nightblade Brigade. This is a Mardu card. Some Goblin Soldiers. Mobilize is the main Mardu tactic that they have. And Mobilize is pretty good. And it also has, when it enters, it surveils 1. There's the Mardu Devotee with that like has scry and everything like that. Is a pretty crazy one. Watcher of the Wayside. So this is one of the golems. I think I might do a little like short lore video on the golems of Tarkir, because there's a little bit of mystery behind them. It's pretty cool. Fleeting Effigy. Nice 2/2 haste. That's pretty cool. And you return it to their owner's hand. That probably could be good in a Mardu deck. Marshal of the Lost. Orc Warrior. Gravar carved his way through the ancestral maelstrom, seeking to restore the withered kin tree and soothe the raging spirits. Gravar Brazil. I think it's this might be the descendant of Gravar Brazil. So that's pretty cool. Marshal of the Lost. River Wheel Sweep. That's nice. Some Jeskai. Meringue River Regent. Nice Omen card. Dragon. Draw 3 cards, then discard a card. It's a little bit expensive, but the Omen's pretty good for draw 3 cards and discard 1. Nice. Narset Jeskai Waymaster. I don't think this card is really worth a lot, but I do like having Narset. She actually lost her spark, which we'll see in the story, kind of what happened with that. The beginning of your end step, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw cards equal to the number of spells you cast this turn. And each step we take is a decision that changes the course of our futures. We must be careful where we tread. It's pretty nice. I do like Narset. She's pretty good in the stories. Venerated Storm Singer. So this is one of the Storm Singers of the Mardu. Kind of the priests or clerics that are in the Mardu. They actually can control the lightning of the dragon storms and kind of harness its energy. So this is a foil version of that. It has Mobilize, which is pretty cool. Decent card. I think so. Then we have Bloodfell Caves. This is definitely an area for some of the Mardu. Some caves hide beasts above and below their waters. For safe passage, the Sultai agree a small cargo trade is fair for risking our necks. Some more Martyr border guard. You'll see the Mardu actually. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Perfect for the Mardu. You'll see the Mardu actually are in like trade deals with the rest of the clans, so that's kind of maybe one of the trade deals that they're in for some protection. But this is really cool. Galboleps. It's the art card for Desperate Measures, but it's got the gold foiling on there, which is pretty nice. Some of these are actually worth something. I don't know if this one is. It's a very nice looking card, so maybe it is. All right, and the moment people have been waiting for, Meringue River Regents. Not what I was looking for. I don't know if this card is expensive or not, but Meringue River Regents is our pre-release card. I was hoping that they would do like, I don't know, something that's with the clan as all these pre-release cards, but it might be a little hard to do. But at least we will see all the different Mardu cards that we get. This is Voice of Victory, Come Crackling Spear, Come Beating Wing, Come Cavalier, and Come Tout Bowstring. So we'll see. Actually, it's kind of funny now. The Mardu have a lot of like kind of performances and singing and everything like that are very big in their culture now, which is pretty cool. Voice of Victory, nice card. Nomad Outpost, of course. The Mardu breathe life into what was lost under the Dragon Lords. If the Abzan are upset, they should be at themselves. Tersa Light Shatterer. So obviously Tersa is not that happy. I'll go through some of the legendary creatures. Need to dive a little bit more into Tersa. Defibrillating current. That's pretty cool. Deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and you gain 2 life. That's for just Mardu or for just 6 monocolor, no colors. I don't know why I can't say that today. Sonic Shrieker. This is kind of in that arena, that Delcoven arena. I guess people trying to kind of tame this dragon, but it looks like it has some armor on there, so not sure. To ensure fair competition, the Great Assemblage's War Shriek contest has 2 divisions, dragons and everyone else. That's actually pretty funny. So the Great Assemblage is kind of when all of the Delcoven Delcoven Mardu come together, or Mardu Delcovens come together. And they have feasts and they have games and everything like that. And in this arena, there's a lot of games. I don't think any of them are lethal, but obviously there's a lot of fighting between there. This dragon is cheating on his war streak, going after some regular Mardu troops. It's pretty cool though. Unsparring Boltcaster. That's pretty cool. Zergo valued those who took initiative. Looks like it's a Boltcaster, kind of using the getting energy from the storms and harnessing for themselves. An Ogre Wizard. Reigning Victor, we already saw. Mardu Devotee, just a great card. 1 cost for a 1/2 is already pretty decent. When it enters, you scry 2, which is crazy. And then you could wash your colors for just paying 1, wash it for a Mardu color. Nightblade Brigade, we already saw. Bearer of Glory. Mardu stands so long as he does. Morale stands so long as he does. So this is the kind of the Bearer of Glory over there. Riling Dawnbreaker, we already saw that Omen card. Osseous Exhale, that's pretty good. Additional cost to cast a spell, you maybe hold the dragon, which is a nice mechanic they had. Seize Opportunity again with the Lightning Proving. And Embermouth Sentinel. When this creature enters, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, then shuffle that card, put it on top. If you control a dragon, put that card onto the battlefield tapped instead. That's kind of something they did with these. I mean, these were kind of included in all these new sets. Some sort of thing that just gets land back onto the top of your library. But I always thought they were kind of underpowered because it puts it on the top of your library. But if you control a dragon, it goes right onto the battlefield, which is nice. Its Eternal Glow lights the way for weary travelers through the misty heights surrounding Pearl Lake. So I guess this is on the borders of the Mardu and the Jeskai. And then you have Scoured Barrens, obviously fairly Mardu. By the codes of Mardu and Abzan alike, both sides allowed their enemies time to grieve after battle, which is good, kind of showing the sympathy that the Mardu have now after the events of Tarkir Dragonstorm. Dragons of Tarkir. All right, we have another Seize opportunity. Got a lot of those. Sandskirter Outrider. Probably going to get some of these same ones. Undergrowth Leopard. Durgar Island Dragon. Riling Dawnbreaker. Same exact as the beginning one. Boulderborn Dragon. Draconic power that flowed out from the Dragonstorms imbued the landscape with draconic features. Scales, claws, and appetites, which we'll also see in the Tarkir Dragonstorm Lore video, kind of talking about how the Dragonstorms actually affected the land and the land started to take the shape of the dragons, kind of vice versa too. Rebellious Strike, a Shiko quote on there. Twin Maw Stormbrood. I just love the artwork in this card. It's really cool. There's kind of some people taming the wild dragons. Spectral Denial. Rakshasa's Bargain. Some Sultai action. Zergo's Vanguard. That's cool. It's a two colorless and a red. Mobilize 1, and the creature's power is equal to the number of creatures you control. It would be nice to have had Trample, but it does not. Baronsept Siege. So this, you could actually choose Abzan or Mardu, which is pretty nice. You get an effect for each of those. Baronsept Siege is pretty good. Winter Night Stories. We've got a foil. Just draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. Kind of like that Omen, but that Omen is more expensive for a different effect. Dismal Backwater again in the foil. And then we have an Elephant token, and we have a Treasure token on the back. All right, we got one more pack. Let's see what we get. All right, Alesha's Legacy. So if I die today, I will ensure my death is worthy of legend. Alesha is a great character, and if you want to see my other videos on the Cons of Tarkir and the Fate Reforged storyline, Alesha is a cool character, kind of fearless soldier over there. Pretty cool. Sarkhan's Resolve. Obviously, it's Sarkhan killing that dragon, which we'll see in the story. Agent of Kotus. So Kotus is kind of sending his spies out to spy on the Jeskai, it looks like. I trust Narset. I do not trust those she keeps counsel with, though. That's what Kotus says. Drakenback Lancer. So there's another Mardu card. The Mardu standing army need not always stand on the ground. They do not. Sounds like the Mardu actually ride smaller dragons, kind of agile, smaller dragons, but they also use the bigger dragons to kind of help them with their nomadic ways, kind of moving around. We have Jeskai Devotee. We have an Orc, which is interesting to be. It's an Orc monk, so that's part of the Jeskai clan now. Orcs. Heritage Reclamation. Looks like they're taking down the Monument of Atarka right here, which is pretty cool. Kind of going back to their heritage. Haven't gotten all the way through the Teamer lore, but we'll do that in the next, not this one coming out, but the one after it. We'll talk about the Teamer. Another Embermouth Sentinel, a Sultai Monument. It's pretty cool. I like the Sultai Monument. Formation Breaker, a little Abzan Charger. Constrictor Sage, Naga Wizard or Snake Wizard. Quarry Mountain Stalwart, Human Monk. And then we have another Voice of Victory, which is pretty cool. It's good. Mobilize 2. Essence Anchor. And then just a regular Forest and a Soldier token. Alright, I don't think we got anything crazy, but I did like that. It's pretty cool. We got the Voice of Victory. We got some other Mardu cards. But if you like this, I do a lot of other openings. I think I'm going to open up a Tarkir Dragonstorm boost, not the booster box, but the bundle box. I have that next opening up, and look out for my lore videos. I'll do also a little bit of a teaser video with the intro, and some other stuff as a short, while I get ready to release the full video. But I appreciate everybody clicking on this video, taking a look. You can look at some of my other, I actually did a Tarkir Dragonstorm collector booster, which we got some cool stuff in. But thank you everybody, and have a good day.